The headline of our discussion is New Media as a Strategic Weapon. And I want to speak about images and legitimacy. We are fighting a losing battle vis-à-vis Israel's delegitimization in the world. There is research in the area of national branding. There's a very well-known group in London called National Branding International. They have research every year. They ask citizens of over 20 countries, how do you see the following countries as countries of negative influence or positive influence? Israel ranks very low, together with North Korea, Pakistan, Iran. In the white background here, there's something. Simon Anholt, who founded it, the National Brand Index, says that he's been looking at Israel's image every year, and Israel has never ranked so low by all categories. So that we're in a very difficult situation here. The world sees us in a very negative way. 19% see us positively, vis-à-vis 50% who see us as a danger. However, in between, you see in the white, there's neither or neutral. There are three categories. Whether you see Israel as positive or negative, or are you neutral or indifferent. Of course, we are not surprised by our image in the world. Everything that the media always shows is the Israeli Goliath and the Palestinian David, and the Hollywood movies getting to the Academy Awards finals are ones presenting the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, waltz with Bashir, for example. But these films actually strengthen Israel's image from the point of view of war and conflict. However, they also have a positive impact because they show Israeli soldiers who have conflicts, who are not happy, who are not trigger happy. They portray the Israeli soldier as a humane figure, thinking, caring. So on the one hand, they may have strengthened Israel's image as a militaristic country, but on the other hand, have also presented the Israeli soldier as a humane person, someone with dilemmas, and they contributed positively as well. I just want to say one thing, or to emphasize one thing, and that's that the switch over to Internet 2.0 is not just a different type of communication. We're talking people. It's not just a matter of talking to friends, generating content. This is a substantial change in the way that people receive information and make decisions. Today, the younger generation believe their internet friends more than they believe adverts on television. We are going into a generation where people change the way they make up their mind and make decisions. This is a true communication revolution which has an impact on the way that people make decisions and the way they form their opinions. It's very important to emphasize that.
Now, what can be done? A public diplomacy by the government is perceived as propaganda. The world is not prepared to buy stories from government public diplomacy, and the government is perceived, the IDF spokesman, unfortunately, is also perceived as a government unit. There are certain rules to this. You have to create huge quantities of content. You have to take advantage of what we call at the 2.2 age, the wisdom of the masses. We have to mobilize young Jews, youngsters, to go on the web and create content, because the government, even with large subsidies and budgets, cannot do that on its own. We have to create coalitions with NGOs. The government requires a mediation element, whether it's the academy. We are in the School of Communications of the IDC. At the CAST-led operation, we took some students who spoke many languages and reacted and uploaded contents. And without masses that can work with you on the internet, you stand no chance in Israel's public diplomacy on the web. The Israeli Foreign Ministry, very proudly, We have David Saranga here, who is responsible of the public diplomacy on the new media. He was the first one to hold a press conference on the Twitter, the first one to open a blog, and many different things. But other than a title on the New York Times, Israel conducted a press conference on Twitter, that was all of it. That was the beginning of the end, because the public is not prepared to buy content from a governmental. All I've said so far on the ability to mobilize the wisdom of the people, the wisdom of the street, of the masses, whoever believes in that has a major problem. That the policy is a problematic. When the policy is problematic, then the entire public diplomacy system, no matter how much you invest in it, will be to no avail.